Not sure how the farming bug hit me, but my parents always said it was a genetic mutation. I've been an active young farmer since I was 10. We arrived in Indonesia on June 17th, 1997. Our focus in the beginning was very much, here's what we know. We'd love to know what you know, and let's work together to create sort of a new model. And so that was the start of Big Tree Farms. About the time that we had our first program going, we met a family from a village in Bali as well. The only thing they produce is sugar from coconut palms. I will never forget sitting at this house, watching the process from collecting the nectar in the coconut palm and then bringing it down, and this woman stirring this cauldron of golden caramel syrup. It's roasting over coffee wood. And she took this bamboo spoon and ladled it onto this plate. And I voraciously lapped up everything on the plate. And it was unlike any sweetener I'd ever had. It was caramel and fruity and slightly acidic and buttery. It was like a buttery caramel. We have found research that states that the earliest known use of sweeteners by mankind was palm sweeteners. Coconut palms have been part of the global sweetener profile, and history points to the fact that they were in fact mankind's first experience with sweeteners. So it's got to mean something. So the production of coconut sugar starts with the penderes, which is the tapper. They climb the trees twice a day, early morning and early evening. They slice the tip off of the inflorescence, the spathe, the flower spathe of the coconut palm. And then twice a day, every day thereafter, they slice a very, very, very thin slice off that bundle. And they collect all of that sap, all of that fresh nectar that runs from the tree. The nectar is collected and then poured through a strainer and into a big cauldron. And they cook the nectar down, evaporate all that water out. When the nectar gets thick enough to start to crystallize, we actually take that big heated cauldron off the stove. And the traditional farmers will actually, there's no other better way to describe it than they rub the sugar, massage it back and forth. And there is something to this artisan process where the sugar very slowly begins to granulate. It's not like crystals of sugar that we see in the market in the States. It's a granulation. It's taken, it's sieved, and the beautiful fines, which are this incredible golden color, are packed up, and that's what we eat. The Balinese do indeed follow a natural farming system. But what they do is they incorporate a bounty of different plants into their landscape. And they're also growing specific crops that feed the rest of the crops. So they might be growing madre de cacao. It's an extremely high nitrogen producing legume. Actually produce the nitrogen leaves, and then you cut it back and you just throw all the leaves and the stems right on the forest floor, and it feeds the soil. Coconut palm sugar, relative to any other sweetener that we've looked at, is off the charts, packed with nutrition. It is a whole sweetener. That's to say that we're not stripping minerals out. It's balanced nutrition as a sweetener. Right? Eat your medicine. Sweeten your product with a medicine. You know, Hippocrates is famous, you know, let food be thy medicine. Coconut sugar really falls into that philosophy. 1 Degree Organic Foods and Big Tree Farms may seem like very different organizations, but I actually think that the function of these companies is very, very similar. Using transparency as a tool to create sustainability is something that's extremely new, it's pioneering, and it really does have a high success rate. It's a scary step for people who haven't done it before, but for Big Tree Farms, for our experience, it's made all the difference. If you're already here and you're already listening to me speak right now, then you've already bought this product and you've already taken that step. And the critical takeaway is that it does matter. What you're doing right now is part of the vote. It's educating yourself so you can educate others, because the only way that we can actually have a paradigm shift towards a sustainable supply chain is by people like you being the pioneers, educating yourselves and getting the message out. So thank you.